So, welcome to yet another Stillness from the Shed. It's Wednesday evening. You join me and Treacle down in the bottom of our garden. Well, grab a coffee, grab a chair, and let's look at God's Word together. I read a newspaper article this week in The Guardian that said since the coronavirus lockdown started, many of us have been having much more vivid dreams than before. According to the scientists, normally dreams at night are processing old memories. However, all this time on our hands being stuck at home, there's been a huge increase in daydreaming, which apparently is much more to do with our hopes and our dreams and the future. A few years ago, myself and T were visiting London where my mum lives. Her house backs onto the playground of our old primary school. One morning, I woke to the bangs and the crashes of builders at work. Since it was the summer holidays and the children weren't there, they decided to take the opportunity to replace all the old wooden Victorian windows in every classroom. Amidst the smashing of glass, my wife, who also attended the same school, but she was a year above me, noticed something. That some of the windows out of her very old classroom had been thrown on the skip, but the glass was all still intact. Now T, and many of you know her, can be quite persuasive, and she persuaded me to go and ask permission to take one of these old windows. Her reason? Well, it was sentimental, for it was through those very windows with their misshapen panes of glass T would sit at school dreaming about the future, with hopes of what might be, what job she might get when she grew up, what type of home she might live in when she was older, and whether she really would marry that slightly short yet devastatingly handsome boy in the classroom right next to hers by the name of Phil. You see, dreams can come true sometimes. We now have that very window in our house. But it got me thinking. I too looked through some very similar panes of glass in that school. But my longings were different to T's. My longing was that the bell would go and I could get home as soon as possible. How different our hopes and our dreams can be. And as we get older, our outlook and perspective, well, they change. Dreams and memories become hopes that often turn into necessities. We had all hoped that the loss of life in our nation from the coronavirus would have been lower. We all dream what it will be like when we are free to move around from our homes again. I know for many of you, that hope is more than a longing, it's a necessity. In the Bible, King David wrote some lyrics to one of his songs about his own hopes and dreams, and the fact that a good, positive outlook in life is an encouragement to him and to others. However, David also tells us in those Psalms that not everything in life works out as we hope for or dream for. In fact, in another part of the Bible, we read that his days and our days in life are swifter than the weaver's shuttle and full of trouble. The fragility of human life has become a new reality to us, hasn't it? However, David also draws comfort that having placed his trust in God, he could face the future with confidence. And so can you, friends. Listen to the words that we read in Psalm 32. Therefore, let everyone who is faithful pray to you while you may be found. Surely the rising of the mighty waters will not reach them. You are my hiding place. You protect me from trouble and surround me with songs of deliverance. You see, in David's day, he says, effectively, my days are in your hands, O God. And I believe that you still can commit your days to God. When it's in the Lord's hands, your future is safe and secure. And God's plans, well, they're always bigger than mine. And His plan for my future is always better. You know, we may well be fed up of looking out of our windows right now, but as things perhaps change in this next week or so, and a new normality come to our nation, like old King David, remember, God's plans are bigger than our plans. His ways are often different to our ways. And yet in all things, at all times, God is with us. And he desires that we live life to the full. And that as we do that, we have one eye on the future, which is going to be so much better. I hope you will know God's presence with you through the rest of this week. And that whatever your hopes and dreams are for the coming days, you will trust him to bring those to fruition in his timing and in his plan. I hope you have a great week. Thanks for tuning in. And I hope to see you on Sunday morning on TCC online. The Lord bless you today. And I'll see you soon.